Hello everybody, it's Lucas doing a voiceover, so just imagine that my disembodied voice is sitting on a floor, please. I was thinking of doing a list of the manga that I am most excited for in 2026. You're probably going to be seeing me playing Star Stable in the background, but let's get into the list while you watch me ride around on a horsey. First of all, we have The Credits Roll into the Sea, written and drawn by Jon Terashine. That's an unusual name for first name for a mangaka. This is licensed by Dark Horse, which I think this is gonna be the first Dark Horse release I've ever bought, since most of what they do are hardcovers, and I don't got the budget for hardcovers. It's an ongoing series. So far it has 8 volumes out, and I've been waiting for this to get licensed for a while. This has been like a part of the holy grail of like manga about older women that I've been wanting to get licensed for a long time, along with like Gonju, Hana Monogatari. Please license Hana Monogatari, I am begging you. And Sanju Madiko. We got old man yaoi, we got comics about old men, we need more old women manga, please. So I'm glad that this has finally gotten licensed, and I hope that this brings more old woman manga in. But this is specifically about an old woman who one day meets a youngish man who is going to film school, and she realizes that she also wants to join that film school, and then we follow her journey. So I'm thinking it's kind of like Blue Period, but for film school instead of for art school, and it's probably going to make me just as existentially depressed and emotionally wrecked as Blue Period. So I'm really looking forward to it. So for me that is like the biggest license. But for a lot of other people, the biggest license is probably Mars Collector's Edition, licensed by Kodansha. Mars is written by Fuyumi Soyo, and this is like a big classic. I think it came out during the 90s for the first time, and this is a series that has been out of, I was about to say out of order. It's been impossible to find, because the series is also 16 volumes long, so it's been really hard to find. But now they are finally re-releasing it into 8 2-in-1s. And you know, when I was in Germany once, I walked into a manga store, and you know, I got so excited because they had all of Mars there, and I thought, oh my god, they got all of Mars, I can buy all of Mars. But my stupid ass didn't think about the fact that I was in Germany, and of course all the manga in that store was in German. They didn't have a single English book, and I got so disappointed. But anyway, Mars is like one of the classic shoujo break your heart, make you go to therapy kind of manga, along with like We Were There. It's about 2 teenagers and they fall in love, but they both have trauma, and that traumas. On to, I think the only shonen I have on this list is Fruit of the Underworld, written by Kano Aya. So I barely even know what this is about. I think it's about some delinquent who accidentally went to the underground and like stole Hades' pomegranate. The pomegranate, you know, the one he gave to like Persephone. And then after that, I guess Hades comes after him or something, and he has to fight against Hades, I'm guessing. Main character looking like Denji from Chainsaw Man. But the real big reason that I want to buy this and why I'm excited for it is because Kano Ayo, the author, is also the author behind Requiem of the Rose King, which I finished just a few days ago. It has made me want to read Shakespeare. That's the level of manga we are talking about here. I just want to read more of her work. Otherwise, I wouldn't have batted an eye at this title. Onto another work that I am mostly excited for because of the author. We have Wicked Spot by Salji Jiang, which is also published by Kodansha. Oh, I forgot that Fruit of the Underworld is also from Kodansha, and I think it is ongoing with 2 volumes. But forget about that. We are on to Wicked Spot, which actually only has 1 volume out and it is ongoing, so it's crazy that they've already licensed it when it only has 1 volume. But like, who can blame them when the album art is discounty? But Sal Jiang is the author behind Black and White Tough Love at the Office, which is one of my favorite yuri, and it has everything I want in a yuri.
This place has everything.
Adult woman, complex character, the plot isn't just them falling in love.
The outdoor concert from a Zoloft commercial.
Ever since reading that, I am forever reading everything else that Sal Jiang puts out. So Wicked Spot is about a witch. She was a witch in college.
There was a fire. I have some news about Costa Rica. She was a witch in college.
It's about a witch, a modern witch, and that's all I know. She looks great, character design is great, it's 1 volume, who knows how long it's gonna go on. I don't think any of Sally Yang's works have gone on for more than 3 volumes yet, so maybe this is gonna be another 3-volume one, or she's finally gonna make a longer one, but I'm looking forward to see it. And speaking of Sally Yang, Tokyo Pop is licensing another one of her works, which is Ayaka is in love with Hikoko. So this is a 3-volume completed series about 2 adult office workers, Ayaka and Hikoko, and you guessed it, Ayaka is in love with Hikoko. So I'm guessing this is like if Tough Love at the Office, if the 2 ladies didn't want to kill each other and didn't hate each other, but actually liked each other and had like a normal crush that developed into a normal relationship. Just excited to see these 2 ladies develop a relationship. But the yuri doesn't stop there. No. From Kodansha we have another yuri license, which is Marrying the Dark Knight for Her Money. And no, this is not about someone marrying Yuri Batman. This is about a literal dark knight, a knight who is dark. It is written by Soo, which this is their first work, but the art is made by Sometime, that's their name, Sometime, who has made lots of Yuri work before. This is about a girl who is poor. She really cares about her sister and she needs money to help because the sister is sick. So she decides to marry this dark knight who assumably has a lot of money because they are a knight who is dark and badass. But her new presumed husband is scary because he refuses to take off his dark knight mask, and she wonders, oh my god, was this a mistake? Will this marriage be awful? But no, she finds out the reason that the Dark Knight doesn't want to take off his mask is because it's actually a woman. But we're not over with the Yuri yet. No, we have 2 more Yuri titles to look forward to. Both of them also 3-volume series. I love when a series knows when to quit, when to come in, plop the plot down on you, and then get out again. First of all, we have from Tokyo Pop, There Beneath the Water. I am mostly interested in this because of the cover art. I think the character design of this girl is really interesting, and her expression, she looks innocent, But the way she is standing there, it's like she is luring me in to eat me, because I assume that she is some sort of supernatural creature or like monster or something. I want to see what this Yuri monster is up to. The last Yuri that I'm looking forward to in 2026 is the delinquent and the transfer student from 7 Seas. Thank God, I've been waiting for this to get licensed. I mean, the plot is quite obvious. It's a transfer student who is cute and all that, and she comes to this school, and there's a delinquent, a badass girl, and she falls in love. And I guess it's just gonna be them being stinking cute for 3 volumes. And I think that's all of the Yuri. Of course, hopefully there will be more licenses, but so far, these are the Yuri that I'm looking forward to in 2026. And now we can get back to our regularly scheduled other manga, which, now that I'm looking at it, literally all of the rest of the manga is yaoi except for one. So next up we have from Kodansha again, Blue Summer Haze. So this is a BL. So far it has 3 volumes, but it's ongoing. And this is another mostly cover buy, because look at the cover, it's gorgeous, and also that guy has a fat ass, I'm just saying. But I think this is about baseball, but also yaoi baseball. And what more do you need? Also from Kodansha we have Smells of Green Spirit. This is 2 volumes long, and this is one that pops up on a lot of lists that are like dark queer manga, problematic queer mangas for problematic queer free, along with like Mad K and Sleeping Dead and Stigmata and Heartless. And obviously I'm a big fan of Mad K. I'm a big fan of like gross, weird, fucked up horror movies. So I've been interested in this great, gross, weird, fucked up yaoi for a while now. And soon enough I will buy Stigmata. Don't you worry, it is on my wish list. I will get to it. Also, speaking of getting to it, Sleeping Dead also got licensed. It was the big license from 7 Seas that made me go, oh wait, I gotta make this video actually. So Sleeping Dead is a 2 volume series, but they're gonna release it as an omnibus. And this is about a guy who dies, but then he wakes up and it turns out that he has gotten Frankensteined by a dude. And now he is stuck as a Frankenstein to this dude. And I guess that the situation goes from there. Now for a more wholesome BL, we have One Room Angel. So I am so confused, because I could swear that this had already gotten licensed, but I couldn't find anywhere to buy it. But the Denpa said they are licensing it now, so yay, I can finally read this. So this is a one-shot about a guy who lives in a 1-room apartment, and it's messy, and one day an angel pops up and is like, I'm gonna fix this, I'm gonna fix you, I'm gonna clean up your life. And I guess then they kiss, fall in love. And then on to the last BL, another one that 7 Seas just published that they are licensing it, Yoichi Tsugumi. So this is a one-shot, and the reason I am interested in is because it is written by the same author that did Black Blood, was one of my favorite BL reads from last year, and it was about a human guy falling in love with like an android guy. Like, the robot doesn't have a face, he doesn't have lips. And I liked that it was like an unconventionally attractive robot, and I really enjoyed it. And now I see this, and it's a furry manga, so it's another unconventional one. So I do want to read it, but then I read the description, and it's about, okay, so they are both like immortal deities and stuff, they're both gods, but one of them is the mentor to the other one, and he's like a new deity, and it's like he grows up with him, and then I guess they fall in love. And I just don't know if I feel comfortable with it. Maybe I will just read it online. Anyway, on to the last proper manga on my list, which is another that I am unsure about if I want to buy. That's Not Love. So this is from Kodansha. It is 6 volumes, and it is about 2 childhood friends now in their adulthood, and they start to unravel this relationship they had with one of their teachers when they were younger, and they start to realize like how fucked up it was and how messed up the power dynamic was, and it's like grappling with like the sexual abuse, and that sounds really interesting, and it's an important work to have and all that. I just don't know if it's gonna be something that I will want to reread later, since it seems heavy, and most of the manga that I could collect I hope to one day reread, so I'm really unsure. Now that was all of the stuff that I had on my proper list, but I also have some honorable mentions. First of all, Ichi the Witch and Centuria, which are both by Viz Media, so these are both like Shonen Jump titles, and I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. My friend, the Fish, bought Ichi the Witch and said it was really good even. But since it is Shonen Jump titles and they are really popular, I also know that there is about 100% chance that it is gonna get a great anime, and that it is also going to run for like probably at least 20 volumes. I think that I just would rather watch the anime. And the last 3 honorable mentions are, first of all, scenes from Awajima, which is written by Takaku Shimura, who has made like Aohana and Wandering Son, so like lots of like really well-known Yuri stuff. But I know that this is getting an anime, and I watched the Aohana anime, and I think I'm just, I'm secure in knowing that the work is gonna be made into a good adaptation. And then the one-shot Hibana, which is a boys love one-shot, made by the same author who made like Classmates. I haven't read Classmates, but I have heard lots of good things about that and the author in general. So maybe I want to try my hands out at it. And lastly, we have another BL one shot, Hit Me Hard with the Desire, which the cover is so good. The lighting in this is so good, but I just want to wait and see the reviews before I buy it. And that was the list of manga I'm excited for. What manga are you looking forward to this year? I hope it's a good year. What year can't be good if we're getting Pathologically and a Muppet special? I'm gonna make my character in Star Staple wave goodbye now. Bye.
He was pronounced dead at SeaWorld.
I can't believe I cheated. Oh well.
There was a fire. I have some news about Costa Rica. She was a witch in college. The babies were switched at birth. Mermaids are real and they are pissed off.